Yo, what's going on, peeps? It's been a minute. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all of that. I've not done a video in probably 10 days or so. Obviously, caught COVID over Christmas, so it wasn't a great Christmas. Well, it was a good Christmas actually. Apart from that, obviously, I have my daughter and my missus, so it's hard to obviously go isolate and keep away. So I couldn't do my videos because where I was, there was absolutely no way, there was no type of setup I could do to get my video off. So I had to wait. And in that time, I believe we played Southampton, should have won, got robbed. And the Snowfest against Watford, that we dragged ourselves over the line. But other than that, you know, I told you the COVID's real. I had it. Your boy had it. Luckily for me, it wasn't too bad. First had a little chills, then the body aches. Maybe I say I got it on Tuesday evening, and I say by Wednesday evening I was fine. Didn't have no other symptoms. Didn't have no loss of taste, smell, or nothing like that. No sneezing, no coughing, nothing like that. It was just that. And once that had gone, all it was is that I was testing positive, but I didn't have any other symptoms. So luckily for me, it weren't that bad. But some people obviously didn't make it. So big up to them. But we here, we move. It's the new year. Obviously now we're doing our video for our year because we're halfway through the season now. Pretty much, we're a game away from halfway through. So this is where you see roughly where we're at. So we're just gonna go through briefly our 2021 and where you are right now. So we'll start obviously with start of the season. Appointed Nuno, didn't want him. You go through, check my history, check my videos, you'll see that I didn't want him in the first place, but there's nothing we can do. He had to just fug out with it because there's nothing we can do now. He's been appointed. We just have to make do. I'm sure he will dig his own grave, and he did in a matter of time. It didn't take that long. I believe it was around November. But he comes in September, plays City. It looked like a brilliant defensive masterclass because we defended really well that game. We got our goal and we just shut up shop. It was like a very Mourinho-esque, if you will. So it was like, okay, not bad. And then we went to, I think we had Watford and Wolves next. I think those were our games that we won 1-0, all of those 3 games. And if I'm honest, the Wolves and Watford game, we were battered. We were just pretty much defending and trying to shut down the hatchet for the whole game. They were not great games, but again, we got the win and we top of the league through September. Everyone's getting excited. Listen, let me tell you this: if you're top of the league after 3 games and you scored 3 goals and you've been battered in every single game, it's not really reassuring or promising. And as we go into the next months, we see what happens when you try and play a type of way. It doesn't work. Top of the league, like I said, Nuno gets manager of the month. Everything's looking rosy for him. He's cheesing, he's smiling. You see his teeth. Then we have our London derbies. We have Palace. We play Chelsea. And I'm not going to do the Europa Conference League. I'm not really that pressed. But this is just more league. And Arsenal, Chelsea, Palace, 3 derbies, pretty much back to back. And we got battered. Literally, no exaggeration, battered in every one of those games. Chelsea, did we even score? No, it's 3-0, I believe. 3-0 to Palace and 3-1 at Arsenal. Now, obviously, we beat Wolves, not Wolves, Watford. So, four, we won one of them, fine. But we scored 2 goals, right? And let's just say we had no shots on target. We were hardly having any shots at all in the game, but we were facing a lot of shots. Palace battered us. We didn't do anything at all in that game. And people will probably say the red card for Tanganga, use it as an excuse, but for me, he was getting battered even before he got sent off and didn't look likely when he was on the pitch, whether he was on it or off it. Chelsea game, same thing, battered. They put on Kante and he just changed the game and we got absolutely mullered. And Arsenal, within 30 odd minutes, we were 3-0 down and out of the game. Got a consolation. That's about it. And that's when I knew that this Nuno guy definitely wasn't the guy to take us forward. And he ain't got a clue what he's doing. And this job is way too big. Because you can't play every single game the same way. You have to change your tactics. He never did that. He didn't like making changes. He would wait until 70 odd minutes, 80 minutes, and he used to piss me off every single game because he would wait and wait and wait and wait. He could see it went going nowhere and changes need to be made, but he wouldn't do it. He was really pretty much responsible for his own downfall. And I knew from then, I said, this guy has to get out because where we are right now, I think we're lingering around 8th place, well off the pace, and credit to the club because they can see that it wasn't going the right way and we needed change. Why we still have a chance to salvage our season, if you will. So we lost those games, got battered. Then we lost to West Ham as well, but even that running 1-0. And again, apart from one Kane header, it didn't look likely. Again, we were having no shots on target in most of our games. It was going like 3 games without shots on target. It was not great under Nuno. It was, I think he is the worst manager because under him, I've never seen football anything as bad as him. People talk about Mourinho, but Mourinho's football was not as bad as Nuno's. No way. Under Mourinho was a little negative, but it wasn't this bad. There was definitely moments when they would play ball, like West Ham, Bournemouth. There was games that we were playing ball. I didn't see that under Nuno. Maybe the Newcastle game where we won at St James's Park 3-2. But other than that, football was awful. Thankfully, he gets sacked. We've been in Conte, who we tried to go for in the summer. He didn't want to come. But all of a sudden now, we spoke to him again in November, and now all of a sudden things have changed. And now they're on the same page. Cool. Not really interested in all the semantics and all the extras. Just get a proper manager in and save the season. And he's coming, and we're unbeaten in the league with him. We've got a couple of draws, some wins. Definitely look a lot better. He's got the defense defending. We're facing a lot less shots, conceding less goals, having more shots on target, covering more ground. Basically, when Nuno was there, we were bottom of the stats in pretty much everything. Distance covered, shots on target, shots in general, chances created, we were bottom pretty much. And now Conte's coming. We've climbed up and we're now in the top parts of those standings. But for me, Nuno never should have came in. We wasted a good few games playing under him, if I'm honest. Those games we could have a proper manager in, and we'd probably be better off if we had Conte at the start. I think we'd be in the top 4 already and probably more comfortable. But at least he came in, he's come in, he's done a job, he's got them playing, he's got them understanding the assignment, and now I believe we're fifth, a couple of points behind Arsenal, but their goal difference is a bit more superior to ours. So even if we're 11 points, we'll still be down in fifth. We still got a couple of games in hand because the likes of Arsenal and stuff have played 20 games and we've only played 18. So that is good for us. Obviously, we have Chelsea now on Wednesday in the League Cup. And for me, they were good against Liverpool, but Liverpool started off well, but they kind of put their foot on the gas and they kind of just fell off. I don't know what happened to Liverpool. They didn't look great, but it was a good game, to be fair. It's pretty much end to end, but I think we have a chance against Chelsea over 2 legs. I do think so. I'm not sure if we win the first leg, but I do think over the 2 we do have a good chance. And even though Conte says he doesn't have nothing to prove, I do think he's gonna want to go and win, because he did win the FA Cup with them in his second season, and that was, I think, his last game, because they ended up sacking him because he kept clashing with the higher up. So I don't know, but he's coming. It definitely looks a lot brighter this season. All we need to do now is get rid of the dead wood and bring in some players of ability, and I think if we do that, then we've got every chance of finishing in the top 4, because Man United, from what I saw of them today against Wolves, they're not even close. They're looking shaky. And I will do a separate video for the transfers, what we need, positions that need filling, and who needs to leave. I'll probably drop that video tomorrow or Wednesday. I keep thinking today's Monday, feels like a Sunday. So I'll probably drop that tomorrow on Tuesday or Wednesday. But no, not Wednesday, because obviously we got a game on Wednesday. I'll probably have to do a video after that. I might do a preview for that. I'm not sure. I probably should. I'll not the preview. I'll probably do a preview tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see. I'll probably do a preview, but there will definitely be some content that will definitely be dropping in the next couple of days. Because I've been away, like I said, with COVID, so it's kind of run me out. But we're back, the new year, and we move onwards and upwards. So we back, but the season, as I said, halfway through pretty much, and we now have a chance of top 4, which under Nuno, in those games that he played, didn't look likely. And for me, even though Arsenal are doing good, but they are playing teams that they should have been beaten. Saying like we should have been beating Southampton and Watford. Watford we beat, Southampton we should have beat, but we struggled. We didn't play how we should have played. We tried to go through the middle every single time. We never tried going. No, I'm lying. We tried going through the wings on the flanks. Weren't working. When we put the ball through the middle, Harry Kane was on it in a flash, nice touch, bang. And those VAR lines, I don't know what they're doing in VAR, and they need to sort it out, because we were definitely robbed. The lines are looking curved, they're not looking straight. It's not a straight angle, it's kind of like an angle. When you're seeing the lines, the replay is just it's not right. To be honest with you, if they want to do it like that, that's cool, but they should be showing it where the linesman should be, because the linesman should be in line with the last defender. So they should be showing it straight from the linesman side right down so we can see, or bird's eye view looking down so we can see it properly, because the lines they're showing us is unacceptable, if I'm honest, and it's not consistent. It's like some are offside and some are onside. The same situation, different result, because again it's on opinion. So it's just human, it's making it, and it doesn't seem like there's any type of consistency in VAR, and they need to sort it out. But they're not going to sort it out this season. Hopefully next season they can fix it. the only good thing is that it doesn't always take as long to get the decision made, but sometimes for me it's not always the right decision they come to, but it is what it is. We can't use that as an excuse. We should have killed the game off regardless. We were robbed, but should have played better. And that's 10 men. But that's the vid. That's pretty much our season. The half of it, we had a shit first start of it. Let's be real. Under Nuno was not great. It was garbage, trash. Basura, whatever you want to call it. Under him it was garbage and we knew it. And any fan watching, no matter what age you were, knew that kind of football wasn't going to get anywhere. We'd be finishing where Wolves finished underneath him, 7th, 8th. That's where we'd have finished. So it was essential to get a replacement. And I don't usually give the club credit because usually they just move so slow. But they're usually reactive instead of proactive. But listen, big them up because they can see where it was going and they can see the fans are not impressed. Boos ringing. And they said, you know what? Nah, get this guy out of there. While it's early doors and we can salvage the season. We don't want Europa League, we want Champions League. Let's get someone in that's going to do it. Conte on the blower. Come on, get down there now. The standard thing, stop playing. He did that and now we're looking a lot better. And sometimes it can be hard to watch like the Watford game. But to be fair, this is where the festive season where it gets, you're paying like every 3 days, 2 days. So you can understand why, in some sense, that we looked a little bit lethargic. Son, especially in that Watford game, didn't look great. But that is pretty much the summary of our first half of our season. We had a lot of games postponed, like the Burnley game, Leicester game, Brighton game. So there's not really much to say. Our season hasn't really been great. It's been kind of hit or miss, a little lukewarm, if you will. Like when you leave your food for long and it's just warm, so it's not really nice. So you reheat the food and it don't taste as banging as it does when it's fresh. That's pretty much what our first half of the season is. But as I said, I will be doing a video about our transfers and who we should try and get in and who we're linked to, if anything really solid and serious. Not just going to be doing any random transfer news that anyone can say that and it's not real and there's no proper source. If I see my guy Fabrizio Romano tweeting it, then I will definitely talk and see if it's worth it, because he's the only guy that's valid for me. Anyone else is just all I don't know what you want to call it, just nothing. It's just all hearsay and talk, and we don't want that. But I will be doing one who should be leaving, what position need filling. Obviously, I'll probably do that instead of the preview, or I might do both to see how we get on. But Happy New Year, like I said, and as your boy got COVID, definitely make sure you're wearing your mask. I'll be wearing mine, of course, always, and big yourselves up every time. And to the next vid, I'm out of it. Peace.